Hello YouTube, I'm Mike Richter, and today I'll be bringing to you a book review of the book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. So in this book review I'll go over the overall theme of the book, I'll give you some insights of the general plot, and finally wrap up with underlying value and themes that you can find within the book. Now, I'm going to try to make this as spoiler-free as possible so that you can go and read it yourself and experience the story and learn from it in your own unique way. So the overall theme is you've got a shepherd boy from Spain who goes on a journey. And he's a master shepherd at the beginning of the story. And you get to follow his life a little bit. But then something happens and he's called to go and find a treasure that he has no idea what it is, and it's in a faraway place, and he has no way to know how to get there. And the trick is, in finding his way on his journey, he meets challenges along the way, just like you'd expect in any story. He meets internal and external challenges, some bouts with self-doubt, some bouts with fear, some crazy circumstances that happen, and all kinds of things that we can relate to in our lives when we're looking to push to achieve our goals. And there's an influential cast of characters where some of them are guides and they show him a thing or two about what he needs to do in his life or how to surmount a challenge that is in front of him, while other characters are just roadblocks in his way. And once again, that's something that we can relate to in life when we're trying to achieve our goals. We've got people that are out there that are great, that can hook us up with other people that could help us on our journey while we help others. But at the same time, there are a lot of people that are just kind of set in their ways, and they're not really looking to advance or really do much more in life than to be a troll. That's just what happens. So that's kind of the gist of the overall theme of what you can expect. Let me go ahead and give you the cover's summary of the general plot. Paulo Coelho's enchanting novel has inspired a devoted following around the world. This story, dazzling in its powerful simplicity and soul-stirring wisdom, is about an Andalusian shepherd boy named Santiago who travels from his homeland in Spain to the Egyptian desert in search of a treasure buried near the pyramids. Along the way, he meets a gypsy woman, a man who calls himself king, and an alchemist, all of whom point Santiago in the direction of his quest. No one knows what the treasure is, or if Santiago will be able to surmount the obstacles in his path. But what starts out as a journey to find worldly goods turns into a discovery of the treasure found within. Lush, evocative, and deeply humane, the story of Santiago is an eternal testament to the transforming power of our dreams and the importance of listening to our hearts. So that kind of gives you a general understanding of the plot line and how it's not so much a journey for something physical in the end as much as it's something more spiritual or ethereal. And you get to see character development all throughout the way. And I personally identified a lot with the main character, Santiago, throughout his story. So some underlying themes that you see throughout the story are things like the law of attraction. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the idea of the law of attraction, it's basically the things that you think about and pursue over time are typically the kinds of things that you get. If you are positively taking steps to do something, the idea is the forces of the universe kind of help open the way for you as long as you're devoted and as long as you are just really striving for your goal with a burning passion. Another underlying theme is the idea of a personal and unique guide that is within each and every one of us. If you believe in the Christian tradition, you might call this the Holy Spirit. If you're more of a humanist, you might call this intuition. You might call this a fairy godmother. There's all kinds of ways to imagine this internal personal guide. And that's definitely one of the underlying themes that you see throughout the story. Next, you see how there are some people that have dreams, but in the way that they have stopped pursuing their dreams, they've been crushed and have accepted kind of a mediocre life. And you can see the elements of regret associated with not fulfilling your life's purpose. You also see as an underlying theme disbelief from those who are not on the journey to their own personal destiny, because they have either given up or they haven't attuned themselves to their personal guide and really don't understand that there is a purpose for them, or if they do understand there's a purpose for them, they think that it's too hard or unachievable for them. And so instead of really encouraging people, they spend the entirety of their time discouraging people. And another underlying theme that I've identified in the book is the idea that you get encouragement from people that are either also on their personal journey and they understand that they have a personal quest in life, and you also get encouragement from people that have more or less arrived to where they've decided is the end of their personal journey. And I don't know about you, but I've got people in my life that have been great encouragement to me, because either they're still on their journey and they're passionate, they're going forward and they're conquering all the challenges that come up in their lives, or they've more or less already arrived and they're just helping those who are also on the journey, because they understand how important it is for people to unlock their highest and best self. So just as a review, we talked really briefly about the overall theme of the story, where it's a story of a young man who's journeying and battling the elements and battling internal and external struggles to find a great treasure out in a faraway land. We also talked about the general plot structure, reading you the inside cover of the book, and finally identifying underlying themes, some things that you see throughout the book, like the law of attraction or your personal guide, be it the Holy Spirit or intuition or whatnot. Whatever it is for you, then by all means go ahead and believe it. The idea that sometimes people just have broken dreams and they have given up on things and just live with regret. Some disbelief with those that aren't on their journey and just end up being roadblocks for other people, and encouragement from people that are either on the journey or have finished their own journey. So if you want to get a copy of this book, I'm going to have a link down in the description below so that you can very easily get it off of Amazon. And in addition to that, there is a free PDF that I'm giving away with a list of the 60 most influential books that I've read that really have helped me out in a major way. And they're fantastic for whether you're a worker, whether you're a leader in your field, or if you're a business person. There's several books on this list that could be right for you. So go ahead and check that out in the description below as well. If you found this to be valuable, by all means, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. If you'd like to see more from me and my channel, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. I'd love to provide content for you that you'd enjoy. If there are any books that you might recommend that I read, go ahead and put them in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear about it. And finally, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a fantastic day.